Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the podcast. Before we get started, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and if you want, turn on those bell notifications so you get notified every Sunday when we post. Now, today is a little special episode because last time we had this guest on, she was the third guest on the first guest on the podcast, third episode in, and she is Gaby, now Palafox.
Gaby Palafox.
Wow. Yeah.
Welcome back, baby.
That's me.
How you doing?
Welcome back, but she lives here.
How was your drive?
The drive was great.
Was there a lot of traffic on the way here?
A lot of semis, actually.
She actually did just get off work, so this is making sense.
Oh.
But yeah, how was work?
It was good. Trying to do this and then that and then train and then I gotta do this. I was doing this. A little bit of ADHD, so like I start something and then I see something and then I'm like, but then I'm like the other thing and I'm like, but then
and
I want
just a bunch of things that are
started.
started.
Like, I want to do this too, and I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm like, I have to leave at this time, but yeah, it's fine. I'm here.
I feel like that's how my brain is always working every single day.
Yeah, I think most people probably operate like that, to be honest.
Yeah,
but some can control it better than others.
Yeah. Well, Gaby, today actually marks the 1 month anniversary of Gaby and I being married.
Wow.
Literally today, which is we're recording this on Tuesday, the 14th. You guys, this will be posted on Monday. I don't know what day that is, but Sunday. It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. Only 1:30. Well, 1:40 technically.
We're 3 minutes in. I'm like, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to talk about like what was going through your mind during that day, babe, on our wedding day. Or like we'll start off like maybe the day before. Like, were you like freaking out the day before, sleeping into the day of, and then like the morning and everything?
Yeah, the night before, like I wasn't really tired, but I was like, I know I need to get some sleep. And I didn't get to bed till like 11:30 maybe. Because like we're trying to steam my dress. And I still had to shower and wash my hair. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, okay, it's going to be fine. And then like I couldn't shower in my grandma's bathroom because that's where my dress was drying, hanging. And then my mom's bathroom, my grandpa was in there. And I'm like, I'm going to be up all night just trying to shower.
Yeah.
And then I was like, because he runs to the bathroom every 5 minutes. So I'm like, I have to time it perfectly. When he runs out, I have to run it. So, so like, it was like, okay. He got out, and I grabbed my things. And I was like, I'm going to go shower. And so I showered, and I can hear him, like, trying to open the door. And I'm like, I'm in here.
Oh.
He's like,
he's like, hurry up, I'm going to pee.
Yeah, literally. And then I finally went to bed, and then I set my alarm. But I was like, I don't want to set an alarm. But I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll set it just in case. And then I woke up before the alarm, and then I was like, okay, I'll just get the day started. I was like, I'm not going to go back to bed because it's not a day that I can just go back to bed. But then I had like an hour and a half until I had to go to your suegros to drop off the steamer. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to be here. And I'm like, I could eat breakfast, but I don't want to eat breakfast. I'm just kind of like, okay. I was like kind of ready for the day just to get started. I'm like, when is this good day going to get started? I was just kind of sitting there like,
just anxiously waiting, like can somebody start moving? Like, am I the only one awake? And
like my grandma's like, we can go now, and she's like, it's okay to be early to our appointment. Maybe they'll get this early. I'm like, okay. And so we get to my hair. We go drop off the steamer, and then we go to our hair appointment. And then like I get there, and they help my grandma. They help my mom, and it's like 15 after my appointment, and I'm like, I'm the most important one. Why haven't I been like helped?
Yeah.
They helped like, everybody but you first.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, no biggie, it's fine. I don't have anywhere to be.
Yeah.
And then finally, like, I mean, I was the last one to be helped, but then also the last one to be done. And I was like, okay. And like in the middle of getting my hair done, like at first I was like really shaky. I was like, okay, I'm really nervous. And then finally I was like, okay. And then like they got half my hair done. I'm like, oh, I'm excited. And I was just like, ready. Like all the nerves went away, and I was like, okay, I'm just ready.
Oh, nice.
And then like we went to go do my makeup, and then like I was trying to contact our photographer and everything because they were coming in, and I was like, and I was getting my makeup done.
The photographer you guys had was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed super chill. Just like the little bit that I got to interact with him.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out
really
Dustin
chill.
if you're watching this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then got pictures, and like I had this whole plan of like, oh, I want some pictures beforehand with like my mom and like grandparents and my best friend. And then I was like, and then the moment came, I was getting ready, and then like they were gonna do like this reveal with like my uncles and my cousins and my grandpa, and I was like, okay, I'm like, we'll get that done. And they're like, do you want anything else? And I'm like, no, I think we can go. And I was like,
oh, you forgot all that stuff, so you didn't get those pictures?
No, I didn't get any of those pictures. I mean, we did like the bendición and everything, but I was like, none of the photos, like just of like individual, like just single. I guess. I was like, oh well. And it didn't hit me until like the next day. I was like, I didn't get like any photos with just like my mom or like Lupe or anybody. I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, well, you got the photos in the mass.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe not like individuals, but
right. Yeah,
I mean, they're in there.
Like
Yeah. You should have seen Weddle. He was.
Yeah, I was
nervous.
The complete opposite of you.
Well, no, like there's this video of me just like sitting in the room at the church. So I'm just like, I was like taking pitch selfies in the room. I was like, in the video where I'm just like jamming, like, hello, like I'm excited, I'm ready. And then and then I guess clip to you, and you're like,
yeah, because like the place where they had Weddle sitting. He was literally sitting there and like on his suit, just sitting super upright like he always does, and just kind of like looking into the distance, like, what the fuck, bro? Like just super like stressed. You could tell.
I wanted to make sure like when I was in that room, I wanted to make sure I didn't like glance at any reflection of like when Gabby were to pass back. So I was just like staring at one thing. But oh my gosh, like when I'm telling you, like I wasn't stressed. I was like nervous. Like, you know how I get like with
like big events.
Yeah, with big events and stuff like that. So like the day before, so Friday night, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember it.
That was a rehearsal.
Oh, so we had a rehearsal. That day was actually really fun. Mm-hmm. Like
I was gonna say, for the rehearsal, you seemed alright. Like you didn't seem stressed or anything.
Yeah, I was totally fine that day. But like once it started getting into like later into the night, mom and dad were telling me to sleep in their room, and I'm like, nah, like the living room's got AC. I'm gonna sleep in the living room. So I had the air mattress and I slept there, and I was just kind of chilling there, and like they were doing their thing. They're like, "Do you want us to go to bed so you can sleep?" And I'm like, "Nah, you're all right." But I was kind of low key like, "Please, like, can I just go to bed?"
You should just told them. They literally asked you.
Well, it's because dad was doing like paying bills and stuff over at the table, so I didn't want to be like, "Oh, like yeah, stop that and go to bed."
Oh, okay.
He's like, "I'll let you finish your thing. I doubt you'll be that long."
Yeah.
And then
2 hours later.
No, it's probably like maybe 15 minutes later.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. So I went to bed before we had discussed that Pablo, Andy, and Jamie, Karen's brother, were gonna meet up at my parents and work out in the morning. So I set an alarm at I think like 6 or like 5 something, because you guys are gonna be over at like 7.
Yeah.
And so I set the alarm. My alarm wakes me up, and I'm just laying there in bed like, okay, today's the day. I'm like, holy cow. I was freaking out. I was laying there, and I'm like, okay, like, just relax. Like, this whole time I've been telling myself to just relax. It's going to be fine. I don't know why I'm so anxious about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I get up. Mom offers to make me breakfast. I'm like, no, like, I'll wait for the guys to get here, and I'll work out first. Yeah. And you guys get here, we, like, go up in the back, and like Andy's trying to talk to me the whole time. Andy's looking at me, he's like, it's okay, Whittle, it's okay. And I'm like, bro, I know, like but I was freaking out. You can probably tell from the outside, but like,
oh yeah, dude, like I think as soon as we walked in, we all looked at each other like, bro, he's stressed as fuck. And then we left, and we're like, dude, like, he needs to relax.
Yeah, the workout definitely helped a little though. I feel like if I didn't work out, I would either go back to bed for another 2 hours or just sit there losing my mind.
You would have probably just sat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest.
Because the workout helped relieve a little bit of the stress.
Yeah. But that was the whole point of offering to work out.
Yeah.
So you can get some of that anxiety out.
It was nice.
I think it's kind of funny the comparison between you two, because she was chilling by the sounds of it. You were just like, yeah, cool, like I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like, let's get. And I'm not saying you weren't happy, but you were just like on the other end of the spectrum, where you were just like, dude, what the fuck.
And then once we got done working out, Mom had offered to make me some breakfast again. I'm like, yeah, I'll just take a licuado. She's like, you need to eat, and I'm like, Mom, like, I'll just take a licuado. Like, don't say anything else. Yeah. I'll just take a licuado. She's like, okay. She makes me the licuado. I drink that, go shower, shave my head. And then after that is when it started getting like, I started like thinking, I'm like, oh, like this is serious. Like I'm getting married today. Because that's when I started like putting on my tux and everything.
So, did you drove to the church by yourself, or did like you take?
You took your dad, didn't you?
So I drove to the church in the RAV, but Dad just rode with me.
Oh, okay,
Dad and
got
Mom
it.
rode with me.
Got it.
Because you ended up taking everybody else. Because we weren't all going to fit in one car.
Oh yeah, because we were waiting for Rebecca's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so I get out of the bathroom, go to the room, Mom and Dad's room to change because all my stuff was in there. And while I was changing and everything, bro, Dad gets out of the shower to start putting his clothes on. And no, Mom had just dyed his hair that day.
Dude, I know. I saw Dad, like he got like manchas up here from the hair dye.
Bro, it was way worse when we got out of the shower. It was literally like here, everything full of manchas. And I looked at Mom. I was like, is there like any way to like rub that off with alcohol? Because he looks
yeah.
And my dad, you know how Dad is. He's like, nah, it's fine. I'm like, I looked at him like, no, like you need to like rub that off. Because it was on his beard too. Because he got his beard dyed too.
Yeah.
And it was like all over here, and it just looked terrible.
Yeah.
So Mom she literally got alcohol and started rubbing his face, and she got most of it off, but you could still kind of tell.
Yeah, you could still tell, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
You know?
And then after that we got ready, and then it was,
Speaking of your dad, like when I first saw him in the church, I'm like, who is that?
Yeah,
I was like, and like my grandma too, she told me, she's like, asked like, where's Widow's dad? And he turned around and was like, I'm right here. And he's like, oh. Like they're literally,
He's just like, what? Like, aquí estoy. What are you talking about?
or that Widow's like, he's right there. Like,
Yeah.
they're waiting in line, and she turns around and is like, is he not coming? Like, what's going on?
Oh, that's hilarious.
he literally takes like 10 years off of him.
Yeah.
Or, 10 years off of him when he dyes his hair.
Yeah, and I mean they have been trying to be healthier, like in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're not aging as hard anymore.
Yeah.
They're kind of like their aging has kind of like plateaued for a little bit. But whenever he put that on, like I went when we went to go work out, I don't think he had got it done yet.
No, I think he was getting it done as we were working out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but so then after that we got ready. I helped Dad put his tie on. Mom helped put my on. And then you guys showed up all dressed up and everything. And then we were just waiting to go to the church. And I was I was nervous. I was going to say I was so not nervous. But because I didn't know what time you were going to get there, because you had texted me. We're on our way.
So you don't want to roll up at the same time.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, we got to go.
Yeah.
And then so we were waiting on Becca's boyfriend. Like, you know what? Like, Mom and Dad, like, let's just go to the RAV. Like, they'll get there when they'll get there before the time, but like I want to get there earlier.
Yeah, which by the way, Becca's boyfriend literally rolled up like the last possible second.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because like we were waiting, and then I was like, all right, he's got 5 minutes or else I'm leaving. And then it was like 3 minutes left and then 2 minutes left. I'm like, he's got a minute. If he's not here, like, I'm gonna start pulling out. And then I saw, and like I started to like take off the brake and to reverse out. And then I looked over, and he's just strolling along slowly.
Bro, apparently
bike.
He has like an hour bike ride just to get to Mom and Dad's.
Dang, where's he live?
Do you remember where Becca said, babe?
I think it's like over by the license branch.
Yeah.
Oh, so over by where mi tía,
Yeah.
where mi madrina lives.
Uh-huh. So he biked all the way from over there. I'm like, bro, like, holy cow.
Yeah, that's kind of far, low-key.
Yeah. So was he sweating? No?
No, I don't know. I mean, dude, you should have seen him riding his bike. He was just chilling. He was cruising. He wasn't like running like fast or anything. He was just pedaling, just
so he was taking his time.
He could have probably made it in like 45 to 35 minutes if he was like going.
Taking his time so that he wouldn't be like all
he wouldn't
gross
show up
and
dressed.
Yeah,
sweaty.
because he rolled up in his like dress
Yeah.
pants, dress shirt, like looking all nice. So
Yeah. So we drove to the church. We got there. I think one of Agus and Jackie were already there, Gaby's side of the family. And it was nice seeing them because we hadn't seen them in a couple months. But because their daughter was one of the flower girls. And so we got there. We went inside the church. We saw Father Tim get there. He was like saying hi to all of us. My mom was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so glad you're marrying my son. Because Father Tim from what you guys don't know, he did most of my sacraments growing up. He did all yours.
He's done all my sacraments, and it was funny because, like, the plot twist is, like, the father who married us was supposed to marry Pablo and Karen, and the father who actually married them was supposed to marry us.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was all
Yeah, it was a weird, like, flip-flop.
Yeah, so we got there, and then I, like, directly just wanted to go to the room, because when we were there, Gabby had already texted me that they were on their way. I'm like, I'm just going to go to the room and not risk anything.
Yeah.
So I did that as soon as possible, got to the room, and it was, like, it was probably the worst, how do I say this? It wasn't fun just sitting there in quietness, just waiting.
Yeah, because I bet you could probably hear everyone like start to get there, start talking. You can hear all the chatter, and you're sitting there in the room by yourself, like, what the hell? Yeah. Well, that's why I tried to go into the room with you. I didn't even know where you were. Like, I didn't know you were there. I thought you were like still somewhere, just gonna like literally roll in last minute. But yeah, so I tried to keep it company as much as I could. But then with like the whole like flower thing, I didn't know where it went. It was the whole thing. I had to look it up and had to make sure everyone got one.
We literally, when you got the, what was it, the boutonniere?
Yeah.
When we got it, Pablo, we didn't know where to put it. So we literally Googled it. Because we put it on the right side. But like, since my suit had the flap. Yeah, because it's
supposed to go on the lapel of the suit. But we didn't put it there. We put it where the pocket went.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. So then we just had to go around. And then I had already put it wrong on like 3 or 4 people. Trying to go back and fix it.
Yeah, so we did that, and then finally it tamed the time. The time.
Whoa! You still nervous, bro?
Bro, I'm talking a lot. Finally, the time came. The lady was like, "You ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." And then everybody was already lined up when I was walking over there, and it was your grandma and then your 2 uncles in front of me, and then obviously my mom on the left, dad on the right. And I was standing there, and I was like, literally, like I would put my hand out like this, and it'd be like that. I mean, you saw it,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, because your grandma looked back because my mom got her attention. She's like, "Look at his hands, like he's so nervous." And I put my hand out, and it was just like that. And she holds my hand. She's like, "It's gonna be okay." I'm like, I can't control it. Like my hands just shake.
But like, where do you think? Like, why were you nervous though?
I don't know. It wasn't. Really, I don't think it was nerves. I think it was just a bunch of emotions. I was very emotional.
Yeah.
And like those emotions like were just running through me, and I was just like literally about to cry at any second.
Yeah.
So we walked down the aisle, and then as soon as everybody was walking down, I'm like, okay, like I'm good. I'm here smiling. And then as soon as like the song started changing for you to come in, oh my gosh. I was like, hold it together. Literally, as soon as the song, I'm about to cry right now.
Yeah, no, I can see. I was gonna mention it, but
as soon as the song changed, I was like literally, I almost like bawled out, and I was trying to smile at the same time, but if I smiled, it'd be like an ugly ass smile, like. So I was low key just like this, because I knew if I smiled, my face was like twitching up.
Yeah.
So if I try to smile, it'd be like.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was a roller coaster. And then they opened the doors. You started walking in. I started crying. I was trying to keep it cool, but nah. I'm like at this point, like just
the doors open, and all I see is. And I'm like looking to see who's all there, and I'm like, smile, Gabby, look forward. And I'm like, and my grandpa's like, slow down, and I'm like, I can't. Like, I had to keep a comfortable pace, or like I kept stepping on my dress if I walked too slow. And I'm like, well, I'm stepping on my dress, and I'm either gonna fall forward, or I'm like. And then my mom was kind of like leaning into me. I'm like, don't lean into me. And I'm like, okay, let's just walk. And I'm like, and then next thing I knew, we were just up there. And he was like, go, like you took like that.
Yeah.
When I was walking with my parents, it didn't help that the aisle kind of like caved in as soon as you got closer to the middle. So I was kind of like, I started off like this as we were going down. I was like,
so kind of fast forwarding a little bit, like at the end of the mass. You know how when we had the practice and the guy said like take longer than you think when you guys walk out, you guys ran out of there.
That's
bro.
What I was telling Gabby.
Jeez, like you guys took off and I was like, slow down.
That's what I was telling Gabby. I was looking at the video of mi tia Carmen.
She was on Facebook Live, bro.
Yeah.
The whole wedding was on Facebook Live.
Who needs a videographer?
I know, with mi tia Carmen.
And I told her, I'm like, dude, we sprinted out of there.
And like Lottie posted like a May recap, and we she posted, I was like, wow, we literally ran.
Yeah, yeah.
like-
Because like the guy that did the music told you guys, he's like, go slower than what you think you need to go. He's like, trust me. He's like, I got it. And he was like looking back, and then he was going. I didn't look at him, but like you guys took off, and I looked at Lupe, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I had completely forgot that he told us that.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, let's go. And then like we're kind of running. And I'm like, why are we running? And I'm like trying to keep up. And I'm like,
I thought I was walking normal, but I was.
Nah, you guys were like booking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then afterwards, it's supposed to be like the priest and like the helpers. What are they called?
Servers.
servers, yeah.
Yeah.
Servers. Yeah. So it's supposed to be them, but Lupe and I both messed up.
Did you go before them?
Yeah. But it wasn't like I went and I was like, and then she followed, or she went and I followed. Both of us just like, all right, bet we're next. And like we went up and like we faced and we like bowed, and Father Tim was like he was like walking like, but they were going, and then they saw us in front, and then we bowed, and he was like,
He's like,
yeah,
okay, go
he was
ahead.
okay. So then. And then I turned around, and then I went like this. Lupe like put her arm through, and we just walked off. And the whole way there, I was like, oh, "That's so embarrassing."
Wait, so you realized you did it wrong as soon as you got there?
As soon as I turned to bow, and I looked up, and I saw Father Tim's face of being like, "What the heck?" But you guys are already here. Like I can't tell you to scooch aside and wait.
Yeah.
So he just went, and I'm pretty sure he followed Lupe and I afterwards. And it was just so funny. Afterwards, I'm like, dude, I think we messed up. But she was like, what?
She didn't even know.
No, it's just because I happened to look at him and his facial expression when that happened. And I was like, oh, no. But it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just one of those things that's like, oof.
Yeah.
You know, like a big
How
oopsie.
did you feel throughout the ceremony, babe?
I don't know. Like, it felt like an out of body experience. Like, like I wanted to be in the moment, but there's so much going on, or the not going on, and I was like, I don't know.
I think I was too focused on not messing up, and
Yeah.
you did. Because at one point we were supposed to go up and sit next to the priest, but we actually came back and sat back.
Well, yeah,
down.
well, because after you guys, like,
Exchange vows.
yeah, the vows and the rings and all that, then you're supposed to go and sit up there.
Yeah.
But you guys came back down, and I was sitting there, and I was like, what? And then I looked over at Karen, and I was like, hey, like, I think they're supposed to go sit up there. She was like, what? And I told him, like, yeah, during practice, they said to go over there. And then whenever I found a moment, I went over and I was like, hey, guys, like, good job. Like, congratulations.
I like that you sandwiched it. You're like, good job, but.
Yeah. I was like, I'm super happy for you guys. Love you guys. But when you get a chance, go up there.
I mean, the reason we went down was because Father Tim was like, you can go sit. And then he like pointed towards the seats.
Looked at the seats with his eyes, and we're like, we're like, okay, well, let's just go sit here. So.
I don't know. But I feel like I can agree with you. It was kind of like an out of body experience. I was like trying to be in the moment, and I was in the moment. But at the same time, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then when we were up there for our practice, we actually, when we were doing the practice the night before on putting our rings on our fingers, I actually put the ring on Gabby's wrong finger.
He went to for my
her right hand.
My right hand. I'm like, and everybody's like, other hand.
Oh my god.
And so like the day of, I kind of had my like this hand like this,
She helped me.
so you would see it.
Bro, you're such because you're probably like left hand, you're holding her right hand, but you're like my left hand, her left hand.
It's because I was already holding her right hand, and I thought like we were just gonna.
Yeah.
But the day of, I'm like left hand, left hand, left hand, left hand, and then she had two bands, so I was like struggling to put both of them on there, and she's just like, "It's fine, I'll do it."
Oh.
Because you got it like halfway, and then I was like, I'll fix it, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of them was like, I don't know, like a C, and I was like, it's fine, just leave it.
Okay.
Because I was like kind of swollen because it was warm, and so it wouldn't
Yeah.
even go on
Okay.
because it was kind of like hot.
Yeah, and then we walked out, and they got the Rav in the front that was full of toilet paper. It wasn't toilet paper, but
No, it was like
Streamers.
Yeah. And well, you gave me the keys to go get it, and it was like it had been raining like really hard throughout the mass, and I didn't even know they were gonna do that. So I went and I saw it, and I'm like, I just looked at it. I'm like, I like the idea, like I like the effort, like A for effort, but
And then we went to go check into our hotel, and we had to merge onto 65, and we lost all the balloons.
Oh, they all just flew out?
They all just flew off.
As soon as we got out of the freeway, like...
You guys started going fast after that?
Yeah, well, like anything that was up on there, the only thing that was stuck on there was that said the wording in the back that said just married, and it was barely there because of the water.
Yeah, it was barely there, dude.
Yeah.
Like barely. Like the only reason you could tell is literally because you're in a tux and you're in your wedding dress.
And we didn't even get to check into our hotel
because I didn't have my wallet, my phone, and I'm like, I couldn't remember if I had the confirmation under my name or his name, and I'm like, well, we can't check in, and then like we were like about to turn, so we just left. We're like, well. And it was,
you guys didn't even try to check in?
No. We're like, should we just go? We're like, yeah.
I'm sure they could have helped you guys out.
Probably.
If you're like, here's my name, here's his name, whatever, and then like, I mean,
yeah,
they would have helped you
and
guys out.
it was under his name, and I remember then, like at the end of the night, that I had put it, so if he could go check in, like just himself in the morning, but I forgot it wasn't until later that day, so I was like.
So when did you guys go check in?
When we got.
Bro, that's another story too. So after the wedding, when we literally just left. We just literally left, and we're like, let's go get some McDonald's. We were gonna originally plan to go to Cane's, but we're like, you know what, like let's just go get McDonald's because we haven't checked into our hotel yet, and it's getting kind of late. So we go into the McDonald's drive-thru. Bro, we waited there for like 40 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
No, it was more like 15, and we hadn't moved.
Okay, hold on, that's a really big difference.
It was only 15.
It felt way longer.
No, babe, we were there for like at least 30 minutes. And we didn't end up getting any food.
Because you guys just got tired of waiting?
Well, that, and we were nervous that we weren't going to be able to check into our hotel because it was almost midnight. And our check-in day was the 14th. And obviously the next day is the 15th. Yeah. So we didn't know if as soon as the 15th hit, we weren't going to be able to check in.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? Let's just go get our hotel, check in, and then maybe get food afterwards. And we didn't end up getting food afterwards.
So we got there, we showered, like, I'm not going back out.
Yeah. But it turns out we didn't even like need. Well, we could have checked in with my ID. So like it would have worked out if we would have done it right after mass. But I mean, that's just the way that it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And then how was driving around the venue taking pictures?
It was
because that was like what, like a good like 30 minutes, más o menos, of pictures.
Yeah. It was because it was rainy that we kept running through like mud puddles, and I was like, my dress. I was getting very like.
But it didn't get dirty, did it?
The bottom did because I was holding it up, but like the layer that would show in pictures
wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But like it was fine, but like at the same time, like I was just very irritated because my heels were sinking into there. I didn't want to let go of my dress. I didn't want it to get muddy, but I was like, it's not like it wasn't going to get dirty.
Yeah, yeah.
And at the same time, I was just holding my dress like that. And I was like, I wish I would have just let it go. Because that's the whole point. I wanted pictures with the whole train.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I'm not letting it go. Because I was like a little upset and hangry. But I was like... And
dude. No, go ahead.
And we were on the bridge taking photos, and that bridge was so slick.
So you almost fell?
Yeah. Like I was like taking baby steps because my heels would fall through the little cracks.
Oh my god!
And I was like,
imagine if you would have broke a heel.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, like I was getting mad because that was happening, and I was holding my dress and what it was like, and my flowers, and what it was like trying to hold me, and like, yeah. And I was like. Just smile. And then like we're walking down the bridge and they're like, wait, turn around, let's go back up and take more pics. And so I like try and stop. I slid like a couple like inches and I was like, and then the videographer was recording us like walking down.
Oh, nice.
And I like made this face and he was like,
you like gave him the death stare.
And at that moment he's like, never mind, I can just like move.
He's like, you know what, I'm getting kind of hungry too, guys.
I was like,
have you guys gotten any of your like all the pictures or like videos back yet?
Not all of them. He sent us some previews. He told us that we'd get them by mid this week.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I'm sure that's like a beast of a project to do.
Oh yeah, and like the
Like,
photographer.
go ahead.
The photographer himself, like he's like fully booked all the time. Like he's doing weddings every weekend and like
like the weekend after us, he had 3. He had one on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think. So
and he does all his like editing himself.
Yeah,
dude. I bet he pulls all nighters.
Bro, and he makes bank though.
Yeah, because I mean, I was looking at his stuff, and that seems like the majority of his market is just weddings, from what I saw. But like every picture's got to be edited, and then the video has got to be edited. So he's got to take all those clips, put them up, put it to music or whatever, and do the whole thing. And that's like a whole day worth of filming.
What did you guys do after we left the church?
Let me see. We left the church, and it was me, the girls, and Andy. And Adma was hungry because I don't think she ate. So we went to McDonald's to grab some food, and then from there we went to the venue, and then just kind of hung around. And then Gaiden went back with her family for a little bit, and then she rolled up afterwards. But yeah, I mean, we didn't do like a whole bunch, really. It was just that, and then we rolled up and just waited for like the festivities to start. Yeah.
Yeah, I was so that day, like Pablo said, it was raining a lot. So I was really excited that when we were
cleared up.
Yeah, it cleared up literally when we were taking pictures.
Yeah. We got to the venue. We wanted to do the inside photos first before everybody got there. But I was like, but if it's clear, we'll have to do the outsides and then the insides, and we'll just make it work. And so, but it worked out. We got there. It was raining a little bit. We took a couple inside, and then once we stopped. We stopped taking pictures inside. They're like, let's go try outside. It looks like it's cleared up a bit. So. Yeah.
One thing I really liked was that the DJ was pretty cool. And I felt like he did a good job about throwing in a lot of like Spanish, like Mexican music to dance to for like the older crowd.
Yeah.
And a lot of like more English, like pop stuff for like the younger crowd, I thought he did a good job about trying to mix it all in, like make everybody happy. Because at one point I went and I asked him to play whatever band that mi tío Jorge wanted. And then one of the guys, because it was two of them, and one of the guys was like, yo, dude, he's like, hey man, he's like, what kind of music does everybody like? And I'm like, oh, normally like just banda or stuff like that to dance to. And he's like, okay, got it. And he's like, yeah, I normally do just like English stuff. He's like, I've done a couple Mexican parties, so I kind of know what I'm doing. But and he was like, yeah, he's like, we're just trying to make everybody happy, just going back and forth in between genres. I'm like, dude, you guys doing a good job. Like, just keep on doing what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, for a while it was kind of a lot of like pop English, and we're like, okay, like I kind of felt like your family was kind of in the corner, like, okay, what do we do?
yeah. But the DJ, I felt like probably felt that the vibe, and he's like, all right, like let's change it up. I don't know. I really liked the guy. He was cool.
Yeah, good DJ.
Yeah, the food was pretty nice too. I just wish I would have had a little bit more of it.
Yeah.
Bro, I went back for seconds, but because I thought they were just gonna leave it out, forgetting that it's a catering company, and once like everyone's done eating, they just pack up, so that way there's like less pack. They kind of pick up as they go. So I went to go get more, and I looked at the table and it was empty, and I was like, no, because they had already packed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't hungry, like I didn't leave starving, but like I got a good fix of food, but I wanted more.
Right.
Yeah, I had served myself a lot, but I didn't get to.
I ate half my plate, maybe.
Yeah.
You guys eat those chocolate chip cookies?
No,
bro.
I saw them. Like I got.
Shout out to the lady who makes them. I think she's from Lafayette, right?
Yeah, she.
Little Miss Cupcakes.
Little Miss Cupcakes. She has like a dessert truck, and she kind of stations everywhere. But I think her main like home is in Rossville.
I didn't try any of her other desserts because ever since like we got there, I was eyeing those cookies, and I only had two. I know only two, right?
Paul's like, I only had all of them.
I wanted like I don't know. I was gonna low key like use all my calories on that on the cookies, and then I kind of like balled out. Not really, because it was like it was free water and like free sodas at the bar. So I went and I think I got like 2 Cokes that night. And I was feeling wild, dude.
So you were feeling wild?
Yeah, with 2 Cokes. I'm like, dude, I never have 2 Cokes in one night.
What margarita did you get me that day?
I just asked for a margarita, bro. I don't know. I just went in and I was like, hey, can I get a margarita? And she was like, yeah. And then Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah, I took a sip of it, bro, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is strong.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, because I asked for a Jack and Coke, and, dude, it was, like, all Jack.
Yeah.
They were heavy with the liquor.
Yeah. Well, I think that's, like, I don't know if that's common now, because, like, just real quick, like, we went out on Sunday, and the liquor was heavy, too, because we got Jack and Coke. Dude, it was, like, all Jack.
On some of the drinks, bro. There's one drink that specifically upsetted us.
Yeah.
We went to 16-bit, and all their drinks are, like...
Downtown Indy.
Yeah, downtown Indy, and all the drinks were kind of, like, video game themed. And the drink that me and Pablo ended up buying was one that we were just gonna... That's all we were gonna get, because it was supposed to be, like, enough for us.
Yeah, well, it was called the Game Over, and it had 8 liquors mixed into it. So I'm like, dude, I'll pay for this, and that's all I'll have. And it tastes like watered down Gatorade.
Literally didn't taste like any alcohol.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, the first like 20 minutes we were there, I was trying super hard not to let that ruin my night.
The drink?
Yeah, in my head, I'm like, bro, relax. I was legit getting upset. Because I'm like, dude, like, don't ruin it. We just started, like, chill out. And then it just started kicking in after a little bit, and then it was fine afterwards. But yeah, and then so I got 2 Cokes, and because what I wanted to get a Coke and a cookie, and just eat, take a bite of the cookie, and then drink some of the Coke with it.
Bro, cookie with Coke? It's just so weird.
Look, hey, bro. You don't get 240 without experimenting, all right?
You completely took the milk out of the picture and just added Coke.
Yeah, where am I going to get milk at?
Oh, yeah. You go up to the bar and be like, can I get a glass of milk?
They'll be like, what?
They'll be looking like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, and then what was the draft beer that was at the wedding?
What did we end up getting, baby? Bud Light.
It was, and I was talking to Karen about it, and apparently draft, like, when companies do the draft beer, it's a little different from like the stuff they sell in the can.
It was actually really good,
bro. It was crisp.
Yeah,
it was so nice. I think I had 2 beers.
You let me have a sip of it, and I'm like, this tastes like soda.
Yeah, it did. It felt like it wasn't heavy. I didn't feel like it was heavy, you know, because normally like a beer will sit in your stomach, and I'm like, oof. But that one felt nice, so I just. I grabbed 2.
We just gotta order kegs from now on, bro. On our get-togethers, instead of getting packs of like 12 or 16.
Oh, I'd be down. Valentine will go through half of it by himself. Bro,
no, he'll go through the whole thing by himself without eating too.
Yeah. Dang.
Our cake for that day was really good too.
I didn't get to try it. Did you guys try it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
We brought the top tier back. We didn't freeze it like you're traditionally supposed to. We just ate half of it, and then we forgot about it for a couple of days, and it molded.
Oh,
so we tossed it.
What a shame.
But it was really good.
What flavor was it?
I think it was just vanilla with cream cheese filling.
Oh,
buttercream.
This is so good.
It was really good, man. And then we actually did end up trying one of those chocolate chip cookies at mom and dad's because they had saved some.
Oh, nice.
And we went over the day after to pick up all the presents. And we were talking about the cookie, and my mom's like, she's like, we have a chocolate chip cookie. She pulled it out. She's like, is it this one? We're like, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was pretty good, but I wish I would have had it the day of.
Yeah, like when we got there, I saw them and I was like, those look good. And then we went back up to the dessert table, and they were all gone, and we're like,
I think everyone went for the cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we were sitting at the table in front of the dessert table, and as soon as like I got done eating, I just got up, turned around, and grabbed cookies.
Yeah, I mean, it was there. That's why I thought it was so much easier than trying to distribute all the cake. Like if we would have had a big cake or whatever, but it was like cupcakes, easy grab and go, cookies, easy grab and go.
Yeah, and like the cake, like it was pretty sweet that you guys had like a company do it, and then like they walked you through how to hold the knife and cut it and make it all like picturesque and stuff. And then they just took the cake in the back, sliced it all evenly, made it all look nice, brought it back out, plated and everything. Yeah. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, we literally just showed up and they told us what to do.
Yeah, it's kind of how it should be, right?
Yeah.
Kind of roll up, enjoy yourselves, call it good.
It was nice. That paying that little extra was nice. Instead of having to rely on a bunch of uncles and aunts to like serve the food, dude. Clean everything up, and I'm glad we did it the way that we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that? I'm assuming they're on your side, but that couple that was just like tearing up the dance floor.
Jackie and Agu.
Yeah, I mean, Jackie is like pretty much a professional dancer.
She looks like it, dude. Low-key. Okay, so is her husband? Because I'm assuming they're. Yeah. Okay. Is he also a professional dancer, or
No,
does
he
he just like
just
to dance? Because he looks like when I
They're
saw
from
her
Cali,
dancing.
So like dancing is
Oh.
like she went to school, and I think like in school like she got into dance. Like it was in like I wouldn't say fraternity, but like a club, I guess, of dancing. And then right now where they live, like she has like and goes and competes professionally and everything. So
I can tell because like you can tell when somebody is like, all right, bro, like you practice dancing.
Yeah.
You know, like you dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah, I saw them. Like, dude, you guys are fucking vibing, bro.
Yeah.
And they were like towards the end, they were leaving, and like we crossed paths, and I said bye to him. I was like, oh, but I don't know, I didn't know their names. So I was like, yo, bye, like appreciate you guys coming. And then the dude goes, oh, bye, and like we like shook hands or whatever. And I was like, you guys are tearing up the dance floor. I'm like that was nice. And then I don't know what he said, but it was one of those things where he's like pointing at me and like it sounded like he was giving me a compliment, so I was like, thanks, like, but I'm not as good as you guys. And then I left. And then I was like, I don't know what the fuck he said. He could have asked me a question, and then I would have been like, thanks, I'm not as good as you guys.
It's like, yeah, nice speech. And he's like, thanks, I'm not as good as you guys.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the speech. Okay, when I did it, I was going for like laughs, but also like sentimental, but not too deep to where it makes everybody cry, but like just deep enough for everyone to think, oh, like, you know, stuff like that. So I thought it was funny that I came out and I was like, oh, like if people don't know me, I'm Pablo. I'm one of those brothers, obviously the more handsome one. And everyone started laughing. I was like, yes,
yes, it's gonna go well.
I got him on my side.
Yeah, you had to wait for that initial first laugh because you would have said that and nobody would have laughed. You'd be like, fuck.
Dude, if nobody would have laughed, I would have been devastated. 'Cause I had like 3 more jokes to go through.
It would have been, that speech would have felt like 30 minutes for you.
Yeah.
But I think it was a really good speech, especially like props saying it in Spanish.
Yeah, I was not
thanks.
expecting it to be in Spanish. I was like,
Yeah. Well, because, I mean, I don't know. Like, Lupe and I didn't plan it, but I like that mine was in Spanish and hers was in English.
yeah.
Because I know probably some of your family members don't know Spanish
Yeah.
or maybe don't understand it as well. So I'm like, well, I want to do it in Spanish so that way, like, my aunts and uncles and all that, like, they can, like, fully grasp what I'm trying to say, you know? And it was cool because I went up to talk to Lupe and I was like, hey, is your speech in Spanish or English? And she was like, English. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, that works out perfectly then because mine was in Spanish. She was like, oh, nice. So I like how that worked out.
Yeah, that was really nice.
After you're done, I was wondering how he was going to incorporate me being bald.
Yeah, I was waiting for the joke.
Oh, for real? I remember what I said?
Yeah, you were saying about something.
Like how long we've been together and through the years, but yet his hair like didn't make it through or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah. It was something along the lines of like it has been great to see you guys grow as a couple and like to see your relationship grow and flourish. I'm like, too bad I can't say the same thing about Widow's hair.
I told Gabby afterwards, I'm like, I know for a fact Pablo's was gonna do a bald joke.
After I said that hair joke, I heard a pop from the crowd. I was like, yeah. Dude, low-key, that's my introduction to being a stand-up. So
There you go.
come see me at your local club. Just kidding.
Come see him at 16-bit.
What?
Yeah, where you're gonna be standing up there, like as soon as they walk in, it's just you telling jokes and nobody's gonna be listening.
Yeah, dude, literally no one's gonna listen.
Speaking about that, I told Gabby, but when we were there, Pablo got a high score. On one
Okay,
of
yeah,
the
I was
machines.
just when you said that, that's what I thought of too.
He got a high score on one of the machines, and then
Okay, so it was Galaga, which is like an old school, like I'm pretty sure it was like the first like shooter game, and
if you guys can't hear that, somebody's mowing the line out there.
but yeah, so it was like the first shooter game that came out, and I was having so much fun playing it, and like I was doing good, and all of a sudden I was like at like 2,000 and the score was 47,000. I was like, oh, I'm halfway there, and I looked and I still had all my 3 lives, And I'm like, oh, like, all right, bet, you know, like, whatever. And, like, no expectation. I started going. And then I was at 3,000. I was like, oh, my God.
Like, I've got a chance.
I'm like, all right, just don't get in your head. Because me, as soon as I get in my head, that's when I flop. So I'm like, just play. Just have some fun. And then I was at 4K. And then you guys started, like, getting near me. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, I got a crowd now. I'm like, I like having the pressure, but it's sometimes it gets to me. And I like flop so hard, and then I passed the score, and I think I ended up with like 55, like 5,500 or something like that. And dude, I was happy. I'm like, dude, I got the high score on this game. And then we left, and then well, not like left the bar, but we just kept on playing games and stuff. And then literally we were leaving, and I think you pointed it out, and somebody got like 10,000.
Somebody doubled his high score.
Yeah, and I was like, that's some BS, bro, because like it was hard. I think I made it to stage 10.
So
and
they
it
probably
was,
made it to stage 20.
Yeah. It was getting hard. Like, it was getting really difficult. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine doubling that score.
Heck no. I have it on video, though, so it's concreted.
It's cemented.
Yeah, it's cemented.
Well, I don't think if the high score was just under 5,000.
Do you think like, they reset them for the day?
I was going to say, because there's no way for how long that bar has been open that they've only scored that many.
But at the same time, the other Galaga machine that we were at was the high score was like 99999. So somebody went in that day and just got all the way to the top or something if they do it daily.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, we need to go, babe. It was really fun.
Yeah, I like woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, Widow's still not home.
Yeah, like, where's Widow?
And then I look at my phone and I don't know, it was like 1 or 2, and I was like, I had to, like, clearly, like, go look. I'm like, are they stuck somewhere? Did they try calling? So I look at my text, and it said, oh, we're at another bar. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's because, like, low-key, like, midnight, like, dude, if that bar would have stayed up until 2, we would have only been at that bar. Mm-hmm. But then, like, we were playing there, and it was fun, and, like, I feel like we were just barely getting started.
Yeah.
Literally.
And then the bar closed, and I'm like, fuck. So we left, and then walked over to the Monument Circle. And then we started talking about, like, going to play pool. So I looked it up, and I'm like, there's 10 minutes back there. Mm-hmm. So we just walked over there and then played some pool. But the machine went down.
Yes, we ended up leaving and then called our Uber. The guy that drove us here had a really nice... I've never seen a car that big. Like
it was like a... what's it called?
Tahoe.
Was it a Tahoe?
Suburban?
It was Suburban-esque. It had, like, the seats in the back.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, are super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because they're not, like, at the same level as the... Like, yeah, they're lifted up. Mm-hmm. So then I'm sitting there kind of crunched down. Yeah, dude. This is uncomfy as fuck, low-key.
Yeah, whenever I go on trips with my family, like, I'd just be thrown in the back. I'm like...
Speaking of trips, we're going to Florida for our honeymoon.
When are you guys going?
August. I don't
like
know if you wanted me to tell them.
Like, school. Yeah.
What part?
We don't know.
What?
Bro, it's been a struggle trying to find out where we want to go.
So we booked an Airbnb, but we booked it in, like...
In the middle.
And I'm like, well, we want to be on the beach. So now we're trying to find a spot, but we can't decide on which spot. It's like, this coast, that coast. So it's like...
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's... Like, because you're either going to be on the Gulf or on the ocean.
Right.
But it's the same water because it all connects, you know. But we went to when I went to Florida like 2 years ago, we went to Destin, Florida, and that's like on the Gulf, but that's not. It's on the Panhandle.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was whatever, but like if I were to go again, I'd go like deep Florida, like deep.
Because we were looking to go to Destin, Florida.
Okay.
Because we googled what did we Google? Like best beaches. And Destin was like one of the top ones that came up.
It was nice beach when we went. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty nice, but it felt like it was a tourist trap, low key.
Oh yeah.
Where I mean, it was enjoyable, but like everything around was very like touristy, which is whatever, you know. But I feel like it's better to go somewhere like a little more low key, where you can kind of get the vibe of like the local community and like vibe out at the beach with like the people who live there versus being there and everyone from like the countries there, you know.
Yeah, there's been some places that we've been looking at that's got like their own private beaches and everything too.
Oh.
Yeah, but we can't decide because we want to go to those places, but we also want to go jet skiing and parasailing.
Where do they do that?
So that's the places we've seen at is over at Cocoa Beach, right?
No, Miami.
Miami Beach.
But that's like deer.
Yeah, that's like Florida.
Yeah.
That's like people doing like cocaine off the strippers' butts.
I think people do that here anyways.
But I think if I were to go back, I would go like on the Pacific side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's Pacific Ocean right there, right?
Mm-hmm. Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, it's Pacific Ocean. But I would go on the west side, and because I already went to the Gulf supposedly. If you guys have the chance, if they offer deep sea fishing, if you guys are interested in that, I would do it. It's so much fun.
Deep sea fishing. I want to go scuba diving.
Okay,
We'll do that in Cancun when we go.
When?
Bro, you gotta wear so much sunblock.
Huh?
You have to wear so much sunblock.
Yeah. Or my head's gonna be peeling off of my.
Yeah.
My skin's gonna be peeling off of my head.
Yeah, you gotta get like just lather it on, just let it do its thing. Reapply every couple hours.
Yeah.
I think it'll be in August. I mean, it'll still be hot, but I don't think it'll be like blazing hot.
Yeah, we searched it up and it's like during hurricane weather too. Or like hurricane season.
Nice.
I'm like, bet we won't need to pay for parasailing anymore.
yeah. You just grab your blanket, just hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but we also want to go to Universal Studios, so we've been kind of trying to plan the place that we stay at that's not too far away from that.
Are you guys gonna try to do like a week down there, or like 2 weeks?
Yeah,
or?
we'll be gone
Nice.
a week,
Nice.
and we want to spend one day at least at Universal Studios. We want to go to the Harry Potter world. By ourselves
You gotta take pics, bro. Like you gotta send me some pics from over there.
It's gonna be nice. I'm so excited. We just need to figure out where we're staying. We were supposed to do that last night, but then we found other places that were really cool, and we're like, "What are we doing?"
You're like, we need a whole month just to travel, bro.
Literally.
Man, that's cool though.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I've been wanting to go travel somewhere.
Where's your like destined place that you want to go to?
Well, right now I think I'd like to go to the East Coast.
So like
Yeah.
New
Oh, I
York?
said west. No, never. Yeah, the east side of Florida is what I meant.
Okay.
But like Rhode Island, like those type of areas is where I want to go, like to visit and like for a mini vacation type of thing. Yeah.
What would be your dream vacation, babe?
I don't know. I used to always want to go to Greece, but something about traveling.
That's a really nice place.
Outside of the country is kind of scary to me now.
It freaks you out. Well, I've never been to Greece, but I've been to Japan, and I guarantee it's not that scary.
Yeah.
And like in Japan, like they don't speak English, or at least like a lot of the signs are in Japanese, and you can kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
Like I consider myself like an idiot, so if I could make it,
I was like, I got the certificate.
like if I could make it like pretty much on my own from like here all the way to Japan, where I was supposed to be at for my duty station, like just like mainly reading trying to decipher Japanese and asking and stuff like that, it won't be hard.
Greece would be really nice. There's some really nice places there.
And the cool thing about there is that everything's kind of close by, you know. So you can hit up Greece and you can go to like Spain and like Italy, like all those places are super close.
Yeah. We all know where Weddle wants to go.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Oh, I had a warrant officer that went to Hawaii, and he said it's so nice. He literally said it's like a movie down there.
Oh, man.
Just in like the scenery, and like he said you'd be driving, and then you would see this huge waterfall, and like you know, like picture a movie where it's like the water's falling, you get that mist that comes up from the waterfall, and just surrounded by like dark green trees in the distance.
Babe, screw Florida. Let's go to Hawaii.
Yeah, we already looked at that. We can't afford that.
It's gonna be that price forever.
Well, we can't afford that right now.
Okay.
Bro, just wait till your YouTube channel takes off, and there you go, and you can make content out there, and bam.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Claire,
the content.
an influencer I follow, she has a home down there, and when they're not there, they rent it out as an Airbnb.
Oh, nice.
Let's rent it out. No, she probably charges a lot for an Airbnb over there.
Yeah, I think it's expensive over there.
Yeah.
I like
Anything.
Cali prices.
Yeah.
Especially since she's an influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go to Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Only we are.
One day we're going to Hawaii, babe.
One day.
And Greece.
Yeah, dude. I want to just take like a month and just travel like Europe, like see Greece. Well, I don't know. Greece isn't part of Europe.
You're the smart one here, babe. We're looking at you.
I work in healthcare.
She's like, I'm not a geologist, bro. I work at healthcare.
I think it is. It's somewhere there.
Yeah, but I want to go to like Spain, like Germany, like what's it called, like Denmark, and like all those places, you know. And then I would try to see about getting a license to be able to drive over there and just drive myself everywhere I go. Like that would be so cool.
I want to go to Italy because I've heard like the food there is just really good and.
Well, Pete and Val talk about it a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll just take a vacation, go back. They'll be our guides.
Venice is in Italy, right? Because I've heard really good things about Venice. So. You can see the Leaning Tower and dude. Oh my god, there's so much history over there. You know, especially
it would be crazy, like especially traveling to Europe because everything there is like not ancient, but it's very old. Like compared to like here, like all the buildings were made a couple years ago.
Yeah,
everything over there is like bricked buildings.
Yeah,
like, it's all
like imagine going to Greece, and then like being in Athens, and being like, bro, this is where like the Olympics started. Like,
is that where the Colosseum is at? I don't know.
Athens. I think it might be in Athens. No, it's in Rome. I think it's in Rome.
Yeah, it is. I think. Yeah. Yeah, well, do you have any questions for us, babe?
No. I was not prepared.
She's like, what? Questions?
Well, we'll go ahead and start with our Would You Rathers then. We'll go ahead and do the first one. Would you rather detect every lie you hear or get away with every lie you tell?
I don't know. I'd say probably get away because I feel like I have a good
radar
sense of
telling when people are lying.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you do?
I think I would do the same thing.
I think so too. Like at work, if they're strangers, I just kind of assume they're lying already. like I give them the benefit of the doubt that you're telling the truth, but like I already assume they're lying.
Yeah.
You know, just to cover my ass.
Yeah, I never really take anything that strangers say too hard.
Dude, especially some people have like some crazy stories, and I'm like, cool, man. Like I believe you, but not really at the same time.
Right. That was cool, man. But like,
yeah, it's like I believe you because I want to believe you, and like I want to believe that these crazy things happen, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, I'm alright. Like,
yeah. All right, next one. Would you rather give up coffee or soda forever?
Soda.
Same.
Oh, I don't know, because I really like carbonation.
Yeah, you were talking about your Cokes earlier, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I would never give up coffee.
You're an addict for coffee, babe.
I'll do coffee.
I'm trying to look for a new one.
Because coffee is more versatile, you know? Like coffee in the morning with like a dessert or like a coffee cake.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've never had a coffee cake.
Bro, you're missing
It's
out.
so good. Maybe I can make it.
A coffee cake with like a latte or a cappuccino. Oh, bro.
That does sound
Slaps.
bomb.
It's so good.
All right, next one. Would you rather always have wet socks or a small rock in your shoe?
Small rock.
Oh, really?
But wet socks?
I'd
rather do a small
girl.
sock.
You're never taking those shoes off.
What? With small rocks?
No. Wait, what?
Yeah, she said she would do the small rocks.
Oh.
She said small rocks and your brain registered wet socks.
Yeah. It sounds the same. Small rocks, wet
socks, small rocks.
I would go with, I don't know what I would go with.
Bro, small rocks, trust me. Because like wet socks all day, well, one, you know how unhealthy that is for your feet.
Yeah.
The skin's going to get really like nasty and you're going to step and it's going to fall off.
Yeah, I would do the small rock then.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one more.
really
I'm trying to find a good one.
Yeah.
What, babe?
You were really debating
Well,
that.
we did one time where it's like, would you rather go like, I think it was, would you rather not shower for a month or not brush your teeth? And what it was, I'm not showering.
Used to go months without doing either. So.
Cochino.
Would you rather Eat chocolate on pizza or never eat chocolate ever again.
Chocolate on pizza.
Yeah, I'll try it once if it's not good.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
it didn't say how long you had to try it for, right?
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
hungry. It actually sounds good right now.
Chocolate on pizza.
I feel like that could be good. Like, you know
Like
how...
a dessert pizza.
Oh, it didn't say what kind of pizza either. What if it's a fruit pizza?
Yeah. Fruit.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be
there you
pretty
go.
good then.
I like that, dude.
That would be pretty good then.
Because you think of pizza, I just automatically assume pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
Not a...
Now, what's your favorite kind of pizza?
Meat lovers.
Meat lovers?
Honestly, my mouth's watering. But just pizza with pepperoni and banana peppers.
Do you like salami on your pizza?
I've never tried it, but I don't know. My fat ass would eat it, but I don't know if it'd be my favorite.
It's good.
You've had it?
Yeah.
From where?
We made it here.
Oh.
Our own homemade pizza with salami.
Oh.
It's extra greasy though.
Well, what's surprisingly good is pizza, like pepperoni pizza with jalapenos. That
Or
slaps.
jalapenos or banana peppers.
I prefer banana peppers, but like a couple of jalapenos sprinkled on is not bad.
You said yours was meat lovers, babe?
Nice.
I would have to go with the same
That or
thing.
margarita pizzas
Oh, those are good too. The one with like the patches of cheese.
and tomatoes and spinach.
Or just a pizza with extra pepperoni. That smacks.
Yeah.
So hungry.
Also, can I say that when we were kids, like I really liked Little Caesars,
Yeah.
but now I've been like into like Papa John's and
Yeah.
the higher quality. I guess
Bro,
you could say.
Little Caesars now taste like cardboard.
It's so
Yeah.
well. The pizza is not gross. What's nasty to me is that they use like marinara sauce, like literal spaghetti sauce, is what they use.
Do they really? For
That's
Little
what it tastes like to
Caesars?
me. It tastes like marinara sauce for like a typical spaghetti.
Dang. And then, can we get Domino's tonight?
No.
You don't like
Dang.
Domino's?
No.
Papa John's, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
they're
there you
good,
go.
but Domino's. You just left them hanging.
I don't want to know more.
It's not like
I hung out here for like 2 seconds. I was like, okay. I knew I shouldn't have gone for it, bro. I was like,
I
fuck
was
it.
waiting for his argument, so I was just like
I know you
focused.
looked over at him. Oh,
That's fucking funny.
My bad.
Well,
damn it.
on that note, babe, do you have any last words you want to say before we end the episode?
Go subscribe.
Yes,
Yeah.
go subscribe. There we go. Like, subscribe. If the subscribe button is red, turn it yellow or yellow.
turn it yellow.
I'm so off today. But
All
subscribe.
right. Later, guys.
Thumbs
If you liked the episode, like, subscribe, comment down below any kind of crazy wedding stories you've ever been a part of or have heard of. And yeah, stay tuned for the next episode of the PG Talk.
Peace.